Hey everybody, Beetle Bear here, and I have a new installation of Monster Treasure for you. I decided to redesign the engine and take what I learned from the first version and the second version and put them together. So in this version, you can see it's very different. I don't have any of the terrain stuff in there yet. It's all random, but that's because I'm working out the nuts and bolts first. So it's actually called nuts and bolts right now. Anyway, the player is this hollowed out square, and you can see that he is detecting correctly where he is based on the tiles being changed different colors. So they change light and dark red based on if he's actually touching them or not. So really good detection of where he is on the map itself, on the tile. Um, the way the world works is it's actually generating 9 sectors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right now I have it really small so I can just kind of show off what it does. So it loads these 9 sectors, and the idea is that the middle sector is going to be your main focus. As you travel to any of the borders that you're not really going to see, what it's going to do is it's going to attempt to load a zone that may or may not exist. And if that zone doesn't exist, it creates it and saves a file of it. So right now, what the game has done is it's gone into this next zone. There was no file for it, so it created a file and loaded the file, and now you're in that zone that's saved. Um, the direction that this works in is only up because I needed to test the code in some way, but it works great. It works really great. And with this size of map, let's see what the file size is on this. It's 16 kilobytes. So each zone has 9 sectors in it, and it's 16 kilobytes at this size. Now I can change the size of each tile, and then the player is just half of whatever the cell size is. So I can make each tile 64 by 64 or 32 by 32 or whatever. And then I can also increase the size of each sector. So each sector right now is like 20 by 20, but I did some tests and I can make it 450 by 450. It kind of lags the game when it's that much. It's really a huge image that it's displaying on the screen. So I never intended it to be that big. I just wanted to see what the limitations were. But the fact that it's loading these zones and saving them on the fly means that the world is pretty infinite, and I can do whatever I want as far as the overworld is concerned. The thing I'm really happy about is this collision detection. I mean, it's not colliding with anything yet. There's no rules for that, but the fact it knows where it is on the map and it's independent of the map is pretty cool. So that'll make calculating, if there's like an item right next to this wall or something like that, maybe I need to be right on top of it or something instead of it being square by square. It's nice and smooth. But anyway, I'm just sitting here creating files as I go up and up and up. Later on today, I'm going to work more on when you go left, right, and down, loading those zones, saving those zones, and then of course the trick of what happens when you're in the corners, because if the player can be over 4 different squares, what happens when I'm at the top square and I'm pretty much in the middle of 4 different zones at the same time. But I'm already starting to think about that, and should be seamless once I get that implemented. But once I get all the logic for loading and saving zones figured out, I'll take the terrain generation I did in the last game, the last video, the one that's on itch.io, and I'll apply that to this. And basically it'll apply that logic to every zone that it creates. Cool thing is, I could close the game right now, and if I start the game again, it just loads the same zones that it already loaded before. So that's pretty cool. Not much else to say. I'll probably post another video once I get the terrain in there, and we'll just kind of show off what that looks like. Alright, thanks for watching. This has been Beetle Bear, and I'll talk to you later.